CPD is important for everyone who practices in community learning and development, whether they're a volunteer in a small local voluntary organisation or a senior manager in a local authority or a national voluntary organisation, because we're all in the same business of trying to deliver good quality services to communities, and our jobs and our roles all need to change to reflect the circumstances we're working in. So the extent of the CPD you might be involved in may change, and the nature of the CPD involvement may change, but fundamentally we all need to keep learning and improving our practice throughout our careers.
I think continuing professional development's about lifelong learning. It can be a training course, it can be just what you pick up every day. In this area of work, we need to be constantly learning in order to keep up with society, in order to keep up with what young people want, what adults want, and be on top of policies and procedures constantly. So CPD for me is definitely about everyday learning and using kind of training courses to boost that learning.
Continuing professional development is essential in community learning development, especially as practitioners. We're there to help others to learn, to get the enjoyment in learning. If as practitioners we're not actually practicing what we preach, then how can we enable learners to get their full potential? And one way of doing that is actually to keep up our continuing learning for ourselves.
I think doing both certificated courses through a university or college and doing half-day training sessions are both important. The university ones may be more advanced, but I think both types of training are important to provide the best service.
The driver for me is working with people. If I'm working with a group of young people and they want to do a specific project, now I'm not going to be the expert in that project, but I'll know how to facilitate what it is young people maybe want to learn. However, that's going to be a learning curve for me.
An area where you could keep your CPD on the website would be fantastic, purely because it allows you to keep a record of what you've done through your career, sort of in terms of work and professional, and then also it allows you to review what you've done so you can identify the gaps. I think it'd also be really good that you can then print off something you can give to your senior management to illustrate what you've done, and then also you can build that into your appraisal that you get each year. And also when you apply for other jobs, to print off something that shows everything that you've done over your career, it would save a lot of time and a lot of kind of trying to recall information.
Historically, perhaps CLD practitioners haven't been as good at recording and indeed planning their CPD activity as they might be. If you're not aware of what you're learning and if you're not planning that towards a particular goal, then it's unlikely to be effective. So recording helps you to see where you are, but also where you need to go, and therefore to plan and access the learning opportunities you need.